Senator Susan Collins is asking the United States Postal Service to reject any consolidation of Maine's two processing facilities in Hampden and Scarborough. This comes after a USPS study was done to consider consolidating outgoing operations into the Scarborough facility. In a letter to the United States Postmaster, Collins said, quote, "This proposal jeopardizes the reliable delivery of medication for Mainers who rely on mail-order pharmacies and deliveries from federal agencies, such as the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs for their prescriptions, a critical concern for the oldest state in the nation. Residents will certainly see their local mail delayed. Since the pandemic, the Postal Service has struggled to maintain reliable service in Maine." Earlier this year, the USPS Office of the Inspector General issued a report noting significant deficiencies with mail operations in southern Maine. Consolidation would only add to the documented challenges USPS is facing in providing reliable service. Collins goes on to say the Hampden facility is important for mail delivery across large regions in Maine.